Hello, my name is Morten. I am a senior support consultant here at ClickLearn. I would like today to talk to you a bit about the flow role and how you can use it for enhancing your videos. So I've made a basic instruction here on how to create a sales quote in Business Central. And basically just runs through, creates a quote, picks an item, a quantity, calculates a price, and then we have some delivering date. If the customer wants to deliver on a specific date, we've added this here. And this may or may not happen, right? So what I've done to keep it, to make sure that people know that it's not something you need to fill, that I've made it optional here in the text. This will appear in the written information. Now, then there is, of course, the shipping and billing. This is all mandatory stuff you need to fill out. And then finally saving the instruction. So in order to not having to go through this in the video, we can have a flow role triggered. So let's go ahead and go to the flow role. So the flow role is like it's like a process diagram where you have specific options you can trigger, right? So let's first go to this spot here, and let's go ahead and add a question here. So we go to insert, question, and so here's the question. We want to call it, does this sales quote so we're asking if it requests a delivery date, and the text can be yes or no, and we'll keep the tags the same. We'll keep them yes and no. So that's it. I'll click OK. And now we can see that when this total price thing is done, it will trigger a question. So then we can see a bunch of tags here. So if they select yes, I want them to be able to start this chapter here. So we'll just say yes. And there we go. If they select no, nothing will happen. It will just skip this part. I haven't specified one for no. It's just there kind of for logic, right? So I'm just gonna go ahead and save this guy. So let's have a look at what happens in the video. So I'm gonna switch over to the video role. And we're just gonna blast through it from the start here. There we go. Actually, let me just produce this, because then we can probably better see it on the video here. So let me just produce that. Okay, so let's have a look at the video here.
Sales quote. Click on the navigation menu item Sales quote. Click on the lookup button, Customer name. Selecting item. Click on the cell name with the value Litware Incorporated. Click on the cell number. Click on the cell description with the value Amsterdam lamp. Click on the cell quantity. Enter quantity. Click on the cell line amount excluding VAT. Total price. Click on the field total including VAT, DKK. Does this sales quote include a set delivery date?
All right, so here you see our question triggered, and I'm just go ahead and select no, and this should skip our part.
Shipping info and recipient. Click on shipping and billing.
So as you can see, it skipped the delivery date part. I'm gonna go ahead and stop it there. So that's kind of how you can graph it out with your questions. What you can also do in the flow role, you can have multiple questions. You can have multiple choices. So let me just switch. There we go. You could have more than 2 options, right? You could have 4 options if you wanted. So what you can also do is that you can have a question trigger a question. So let's say I had another question down here for some reason. Let's call that test, and I'm not going to give it any. Let's just call it. Okay, there we go. I can also trigger this. So if I select no here, I want to trigger this other question instead. We can do that. So you can, a question can go to another question. So kind of like a decision gate, right? Also, you can of course specify how the questions are supposed to look in other languages in here. So you can see how they will look in other languages. Just do a quick translate here. So there we go. It will translate these as well. So yeah, that's pretty much it. You can use this in many ways, of course, but this was just kind of a to give you an idea of what you can do. I would advise you map out your process just on a piece of paper. Just write it down where you want the different things to go, so it makes sense before you create them. So yeah, there you have it. I hope this helped, and yeah, just let me know in the comments if you have any questions, or let me know on support@clicklearn.com, and as always, have a great day.